Hi guys, it's Angel from Angel Sky TV, and today's your weekly Angel Medicine Tarot reading for the week of December 4th. If you could close your eyes, uncross your feet, place them firmly on the ground, palms facing the sky. Just take some deep breaths into your belly while I shuffle the deck. And I'll ask Archangel Michael to surround this reading with divine light and love in all directions of time and space. I ask that this reading be for your highest possible good on all those that watch this video today. Any questions, just bring them into your heart. Nice deep breath into your belly. So the beginning of the week, middle of the week, and end of the week. Okay. We'll invite the fairy elementals to join us today on this reading for December 4th, helping us to find clear answers to any of our questions to help guide us and direct us during this week. All right. So, beginning of the week is the Empress and the Strength card. These cards are a reminder about how strong we are. Sometimes we forget that, especially women. I find, not all women, so please don't take that personal. But this Empress card is saying it's time to take action. The power of creativity, and then the Strength card is showing there's a couple of rainbows popping up just in the imagery of both cards. So the Strength card, I don't know if you can see that, this little rainbow right here. So it's just referring to being strong, showing finding that inner strength within you. And yeah, so time to take action is definitely a card. Knowing that everything you need, you already have. That's one of the messages I'm hearing. Also to release any harsh judgments you're holding on to, because they are really an indicator of what you think and feel about yourself. And that might come as a surprise to some people, but generally judgments are, when we're judging others, when we're judging people, what we're really saying is, you know, we're not looking at our own issues or our own patterns. If, you know, you're noticing the same things in people all around you, chances are, you know, that has a lot to do with you, and just that you don't want to look at that part of yourself. I mean, it's not always the case, but just releasing those judgments. You know, judgments really don't serve anyone. From my experience, you know, people don't generally want to be assholes, although, you know, there's always exceptions to that. People also rise up to that status. Anyway, so releasing those judgments, not for that person's benefit so much, but for your own freedom. Because when you're judging others, it doesn't really feel good to you. And just do an experiment. Start to look at people from a good perspective, seeing the good in them, and see how that feels, as opposed to constantly looking for the flaws in people and thinking badly about people. Just run that experiment. Try it for a little, you know, 5 days. Take some notes, you know, see like, oh, I noticed. And try it with the people that really annoy you the most, like finding the good in them, because people tend to only show you what you see. So keep that in mind. Middle of the week, we have no more procrastinating. So we have two, the fairies are sort of, the fairy tarot is kind of saying, you know, it's no more procrastinating, time to take action. Your power comes from making a decision. That's sort of the theme along their reading, and it sort of coincides with also the angels or the angelic realm. So middle of the week, they're saying, you know, be confident. There's news of exciting new endeavors coming your way. You have to step into that, and you have to find that. And your power comes from deciding to do that, to look for opportunities. Opportunities come to those people that are constantly looking for them. If you're constantly thinking nothing ever works for me and poor me and pity party, I'm not mocking you. It does sound kind of like I am, but what I'm trying to get across is that if you're constantly in that energy of thinking somebody else always gets, you know, the gold, then that's just going to be your reality. So you have to take responsibility for that. You can see opportunities when you actually start looking for them. They will pop up. They will be the same opportunities that were there before you looked for them, only this time you'll be able to see them. End of the week, we have listen to your heart, go inward, take some time for yourself. Also, so things moving very quickly. Take time to carefully review your options. So there's definitely a lot going on here in Nova Scotia. We have a huge, massive governmental strike or lockdown. They locked our students out of schools. So, you know, this Queen of Summer that comes up is definitely an indication that, you know, you will need to take some extra time for yourself. I know that sounds impossible when you have all your kids at home and no childcare, because we were only given less than 48 hours to find childcare. That being said, when there's a will, there's always a way. So look for that. Don't think in terms of, you know, this is going to be impossible. How am I going to get through this week? How am I going to get to work? How am I going to afford childcare? All of these things are very much at the forefront of the consciousness around where I'm at right here in Nova Scotia. These are very real issues and very real problems, and I myself am clumped in there. You know, I have my 5-year-old in the next room so that I can do this video. So, you know, in that case, when things seem like there's no hope, it's not helpful to just affirm there's no hope. You know, that's not how you get through difficult times. I'm sorry. The reason some people get through difficult times and many people don't is your perspective on what's happening. You know, I have exams this week. I don't have any childcare. I don't have any family in this city. And obviously it makes it challenging, but I'm choosing not to think that way. I'm choosing to think, you know, this is probably good. We can spend more time together. I don't have to get up as early to take her to school, whatever. Like, I'm trying to find the little things that make it a positive experience. And so far, so good. She's been helping me with my studying, things like that don't normally happen, have been happening. And so I do attribute that to looking at the situation from a positive perspective. That does not mean I'm going to accept it, in the sense that I am calling my MLA, I am going to write a letter to, you know, to take action, because these things that are happening are not just or coming from a place of fairness. So I am going to take action, but I'm going to take it from a place of knowing how strong I am, not feeling like I'm being victimized, even though it can technically be, you know, explained that way. The other message I got before I did this video was that we all need to, whoever's watching this applies to you, we all need to take a little bit extra care of our bodies right now. So some multivitamins, you know, make sure you're taking them, or get a better brand. This is a Deep Immune. This is for kids. They do have an adult version, which is same thing, but it just doesn't say kids on it. I highly recommend. This is St. Francis Deep Immune. Wonderful product if you start to feel like you're getting sick because you're run down and stressed out, because stress will make you get sick. If you feel that way, then I would just recommend putting a few drops, whatever it tells you to take, in your water. I'm not a doctor by any means, but this is all over-the-counter things. Pump up on your B vitamins. These help with stress. This is a spray, which is amazing. and you just spray it in your mouth. I recommend doing it before you eat in the morning. So 2 sprays. There's some walnut Bach flower remedy. This is great for transitions, also for breaking negative patterns, for breaking curses or negative energy that's being sent towards you. So a couple drops. I'm giving this to my daughter right now just to help her understand why she's not going to school right now and why there's no Christmas concert for her or holiday concert, that kind of thing. I'm also taking this glucosamine, good for joints, and this is a vegetarian formula. So I am vegetarian, so I make sure that none of my supplements contain any, pig hooves or anything like that. And then I'm also taking some vegan evening primrose. This is a very hard product to get. Not evening primrose, but a vegan brand of it, because it's generally packaged, the capsules are packaged in pig hooves, which is gelatin. And then these are the multivitamins I'm taking. These aren't the best multivitamins I've taken, but they're, they're affordable, they're okay. I tend to switch mine up. Again, they're vegetable capsules, they're gluten-free, and they have a lot of great great stuff in them. So yeah, so message I got, just definitely take better care of your body, get a little bit more sleep if that's possible. Use stones like black tourmaline if you can, if you're experiencing any body aches or pains, because stress does bring that on. Definitely hold those stones or place them on the body wherever you're feeling aches and pains. And that tends to happen when you're really stressed out. I know if you're here in the province of Nova Scotia, it was a very stressful weekend for many, many people who did not know what they were going to do with their children on Monday morning. So take care of yourself, those stress levels, and whatever you do, don't turn on each other. If you're in a partnership, taking care of your kids, don't turn on one another. During those times of stress, support one another. And also go down to the rally down at Parade Square today and fight for your right as a parent for your children to have their education. That is their right to be educated in this province and across the country. And if you're in another part of the world watching this video, same thing. If you're going through things that are unjust, don't just accept it. Accept it so that you find peace, and within that acceptance, take action to make changes. Write letters, rally, go protest. So rather than not accepting and being angry and stressed out, I hope that you understand the difference I'm trying to make. Accepting the situation as is doesn't mean just doing nothing. It means, okay, this is the situation. And then once you just accept it, you can become calm and find solutions to the problem. And hopefully one of the people that are at the table negotiating our children's future will take that advice. You guys need to take a breath so that you can clear your mind. Use some stones like clear quartz to bring some clarity up there so you can see the bigger picture, rather than just taking actions based on emotions, coming from emotions. So you could use your emotions to strengthen your position, but if your emotions are leading the way, chances are you're not thinking clearly. So I hope that helps you today for the week of December 4th. So end of the week, remember, take some time for you, stop taking care of everybody else, take care of yourself, and because things are moving really quickly. So I'll see you next week. If you like this video, subscribe and share it with your friends. Thank you.